This is Meltdown Live, presented by MyBookie.ag. Use code NEXTROUND at MyBookie.ag for double your initial deposit. You sign on to make a deposit, they double it with code NEXTROUND at MyBookie.ag. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere. MyBookie.ag.
Hello, Meltdonia. We are here live with you from the Culver studio, and we are thrilled about it on this fun Friday edition of the Meltdown. Thank you so much for your patience, for all of those here in the live stream getting started a few minutes later than normal. We'll explain why in just a second, but I am your host with the most, Mr. Tim Melton, as we are getting set to gather around the pop culture campfire that we call Meltdown Live. Joining me here in studio, a couple of fan favorites, including the one, the only E to the G-E-G. How are you today?
I'm great today. I'm so good, and I hope that maybe some people that are watching kind of can understand why we're so happy.
I think it's time to sing. Are you ready?
It is. Ready?
In the shallow, shallow, in the shallow, in the shallow, the shallow, we're far from the shallow now. Oh my gosh.
I have chills.
Let me tell you, that brings back some Tyler's Lobster Adventure feelings, which, who knows, maybe soon we're
I hate that guy with the Capri Sun lance. That sucked.
Yes, that is correct.
I would love to play some more.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe on the horizon soon. We teased out there earlier this week that we were going through some tech upgrades here in the studio. And the reason we are a little bit behind today is because we've been installing all those tech upgrades.
Yep.
And let me just tell you, I am excited.
Yeah, boy!
It is a fun time to be a Meltdonian. All of your commitment here to the channel over the past several months has paid off, and we are styling and profiling, ready to go here on this fun Friday. Lots of things to get into, and Tyler, I know you're very excited because it's pretty much your entire workstation's been rebuilt over there.
Yes, it is. Thank you to both of you. The computer arrived at just the right time. It arrived while I was working on some TNR stuff, so you guys did all the unpacking and the setting up and
That's
the cleaning.
what she said.
And that made it where I could just hop over here and start installing and, just get cooking. You guys did the prep work.
Yeah, I feel like I'm way too excited about some of the sound effects we have and stuff, and I'm worried about that. But
Let me hear Flava Flav again.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, boy!
There we are. We're excited.
And then one more for our new graphics card.
For me? For Flava Flav again?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's go a third time.
Yeah, boy!
I can't hear it enough. It's so good.
Love that 5070 RTX.
Somebody in their office right now, their manager's approaching their desk and asking, why is Flava Flav radiating through the halls?
And Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper.
That is correct, because
that's exactly what they thought.
That's clearly what they're saying there. Hey, we appreciate everybody. Thank you. We're just very excited here internally, and we hope that you are excited externally with everything. I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay.
Hey, I want to start off with this. If you got some things internally going on in your mouth that you need worked on, there's one group that you should go to. That's Alabama Dental Associates, as they are going to take good care of you with all of your dental needs. Maybe you just need those regular cleanings. You need to get on that schedule every 6 months. You're going to the dentist, getting a look there under the hood, making sure that everything's running right. You want to get that happening at Alabama Dental Associates. As you chow down, you want to make sure that you think of the Meltdown. Yes. Go to Alabama Dental Associates and Culver's. Go to Alabama Dental Associates, though, after you eat your Culver's. Make sure that your teeth are as clean as they should be. They've got just the best dental hygienist there. The staff so warm and welcoming. And you're going to feel really happy when you take the trip over to Grants Mill Road for Alabama Dental Associates. You can give them a call at 205-956-8977 to make an appointment. That's 205-956-8977, or visit alabamadental.com, where they look forward to seeing you. We have a lot to get into today. We have a very jam-packed show.
Yeah.
So I want to start with this, and it is the biggest news of the day in the entertainment industry. No, it is not Thunderbolts. That is not, in my opinion, the biggest story happening today.
Where are we going with this?
Thunderbolts. Tyler and I went to go see it last night. our opinions, non-spoiler opinions. If you haven't seen it, we're not going to spoil anything. But my quick thought is it's a very average film. It's very solidly average. It is a base hit, to put it in baseball terms. Okay, base hit's not bad.
It's not bad.
There's not a lot about it that I don't like. It's just when it's compared to itself, because that's what Marvel always is. It's compared to its big swings and its big hits. Is it something that's going to be up there towards the top for most general audience members?
Yeah.
No, it's going to be middle of the pack for most people. It's just solid. And that does not mean it's bad. I just felt very neutral with it. I thought it got better in the last 15 minutes. I thought it was we were starting to go some places and stuff. And I think that that's going to lead to a lot of discussion of what the future of the MCU looks like. And that's kind of what you want. You want a little bit of world building. You want a little bit of excitement. You want a little bit about what's ahead. And you get a lot of that starting to churn and get people's imaginations going. Tyler, what was your experience with Thunderbolts?
So, going in, I was dreading it because the trailers just looked abysmal. The marketing was annoying. But, movie starts going, and I'm thinking, this looks pretty decent. Oh, we're going more emotional with this story. Florence Pugh is the emotional core of this movie. I think we'll be all right. And for the most part, I liked it. Still got to get away from that MCU humor. I do not like that one bit. But it felt like they actually let some of the moments be serious in this one.
First few minutes, there's sort of this motif, once again, not really spoilery at all, but this motif of kind of going through the motions. Mm-hmm. And I kind of felt like that's a pretty good snapshot of where the MCU is, right?
Yes.
Going through the motions. And I feel like this movie, a lot of the time, goes through those superhero, anti-hero tropes, those motions. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to sit on here and dog it out because it is just a very okay experience. It's just, that's what it is. It's just an okay experience. It will not go down in my 5 best movies of the year. There's no chance.
I do feel like we've been getting kind of beat over the head with Marvel putting sort of meta commentary around the MCU in the films. Yeah. And I've just grown tired of it. I really have.
When you're 30 films deep in, I don't know what else they can do that they haven't already done. They feel like commenting on themselves is really the only runway they have left.
And that just makes me think. I was wondering this last night: is the story of the MCU not the canon story of the films, but the story of the creation of a Marvel Cinematic Universe and its many successes a more interesting story than the movies we're getting?
Yes. And you know that's the answer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was setting you up for an easy, this is what's happening.
Go ahead and pitch it again over to me, Tyler. Ready? Here we go.
Boom.
Out of here.
Boosh. That was called a home run. We just acted it out. It's the first time we've ever done this. This is what new tech allows us to do.
Oh,
okay.
Man, I love our new computer.
Yeah, boy!
Okay. So, once again, Thunderbolt's not the biggest story, but we have to at least mention our non-spoiler review of it. For me, it's about a 3 out of 5. I think Tyler was a 3.5 out of 5.
That's
fine.
I thought the emotional parts of the movie were really hitting. That being said, and this is not a spoiler, they use the character Bob, more specifically his name, as a punchline, just an annoying amount of times. And it just takes me back to 2008, 2009 millennial humor on the internet.
I'm a millennial, so watch out.
Sorry, Tim, but
I get what you're saying, Tyler.
Yeah, the Bob jokes, they're done. Let them die.
Okay. Well, we're going to bob and weave over to what I think is the biggest story in all of entertainment, and that is GTA 6 announcing they're going to have to delay the release of this game.
No way.
Yeah. I mean, this has been the most anticipated game for how many years, Tyler?
10.
How long have you been alive?
So many.
Yeah.
So many. See, GTA 5 came out in 2013.
How
so
old
I guess
were y'all in 2013?
12.
14.
And look at you now, strapping
Man.
young adults with all kinds of stresses and pressures in life.
Yeah.
When GTA 5 came out, Had to go to GameStop with my mom, have her show her ID, and say, yeah, it's okay if he plays this. When GTA 6 comes out, I'm gonna drive myself to the store, show my star ID, and be like, oh man, can't wait to install this so I have it ready, hopefully after I get home from work tomorrow.
You probably have. You're right. I wonder what the install time is going to be on that.
It's going to be nutty is what it is.
You probably right there sold more star IDs, and you don't have to buy them, obviously. You have to just wait in line, make a day of it, and go through the entire process.
Have you done that yet?
I have not.
I already have one.
They kept pushing it back, and I was like, look, when y'all get serious about this, I'll start to take it serious.
Man, I had to get a boating license when I was like 16.
I did too.
Why don't
Well,
you
we didn't have to. Our driver's ed teacher said, hey, this would be a good thing to go ahead and get.
That's exactly what it was, and I still think, like, I am never driving a boat.
I haven't driven a boat either.
I've never
Is that
driven
an
a boat.
Alabama thing to get a boating license?
Oh, yeah, you highfalutin people in Georgia just wouldn't quite understand exactly what we deal with down here in the
That is
the,
not
the
true
deep
at all.
South.
No.
No, EJ. I don't know what
That
I'm
is
doing.
weird. Why does a 16-year-old need a boating license? Like,
Because they're allowed to get one, and the driver's ed teacher is like, hey, this is something that we can
and you did
sort
it
of.
too, Tyler?
Yeah. I had to take the boating test. I did what SpongeBob could never do and passed.
No, but I'm not kidding. Every time I renew my license, I go, yeah, I can drive a boat. And then I play the Lonely Island song in my head. I'm on a boat.
Nice. So, no star yet.
We're just testing out everything we
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, we are limit
coming up
testing
with-
our new
Yeah.
equipment.
I'm coming up with reasons for us to just be crazy.
Yeah, can we sing another song?
Sure. What do you want to go with? Give me one.
I don't know. I gotta workshop it.
Well, that was an epic failure.
I know. I thought you'd have one on tap. We only sing shallow.
Right. That's our.
Give us in
that's
the
our
chat
act.
song requests,
We finally dust off Giant in the Peach.
and we can't even. We don't have a.
We don't have a second song. That's our Achilles heel. We only have one. We technically only have one verse of
That's
one
why
song.
the hiatus was so long. Y'all
Yeah.
weren't writing new stuff
I
during
know. We
that?
really had an opportunity to build up our catalog, and we didn't.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, moving on.
I think we could do a version of The Gambler that would crush. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do think so.
On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere. I don't want a copyright strike, so I'm going to stop singing this song. Okay.
You got to know.
What are we doing? This is better as a podcast version today than as the video version.
Yeah, agreed.
Let's go with this. GTA 6, by the way, which is the main focus of this story, ended up on boating licenses somehow. Which, by the way,
Yeah, Jay says, you do not want to get pulled over by the boat police and not have a license. I've had my motorcycle since 14, stupid of Alabama, and my boat since 16, but I grew up on the lake.
yeah. Well, you must be from Alabama, Jay. Something that EG can't quite wrap her head around.
No,
Why anybody
listen,
would.
Georgia folk don't know
I'm
nothing about it.
sorry that we have beautiful lakes, and I would like to do a poll of my Georgia friends to see if they are boating licensed. I thought that was really cool.
Okay. Well, it was pretentious, and you know it. Here we
No,
go.
it
We're
was
gonna
not.
go. All right. What I'm
I
going
can
to
just
do.
yell loud, which
You
is
can.
fun.
Actually, now you can.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to go with Grand Theft Auto 6, which is our main story today. It's now going to be out May 26th of 2026. Can y'all believe, by the way, that like 2026 is right around the corner?
No, it's very depressing to me.
I mean, like, it feels like just a couple of minutes ago, it was 2015.
Agreed.
Just like 5 minutes ago.
The vibes, the energy. That's me. 2016 will be 10 years ago. Ugh, that's weird.
What's happening?
I don't know.
I
Have you guys heard the theory though that time is moving faster?
Whose theory is that, or what's the theory other than?
I've seen it, but I think people are just so into their
Cuckoo.
phones and just trying to find like stuff to pass the time. That time passes quicker.
I saw someone
I think it's more people just
It's like
trying
Interstellar.
trying to escape.
have never this person had an iPhone from 2012, 2011, whatever the first generation was, and he never updated it, but he's kept it charged. And the time on that clock is different than the time now by a slew of hours. And he's trying to prove that somehow time is moving quicker now, and it's all some like government hoax. Because conspiracy theories are wild.
Okay. Our main topic today, GTA 6 being delayed.
I like the one about the field of jars in Vietnam, and some people think that it's evidence of giants living before us.
People.
I got a headline today that they have uncovered 10-foot people, 10 feet tall people, 10-foot tall people.
Your ancestors.
Beat me to it. I was gonna say, do you know?
No, she made this joke hours ago.
Yeah.
I was like, "E.G., they're finding 10-foot tall people in Nevada."
Yeah, and I said, that's your people.
And you're like, "Oh, so somebody like you?" I'm like,
Neanderthal.
walked right into that one, literally. Okay.
All right, circling.
I am
low clearance.
This is an odd subject to make. I'm thinking about selling feet pics. Yeah, I got into a conversation with this about.
Must be a wide angle lens.
Yeah, I got into cell phones are very impressive these days, but like I have giant feet, right? Somebody out there wants to buy my feet. Somebody.
Yeah, there's a market, and I think that with the right manager, 10%, I'm willing to go into this venture with you.
Giant in the peach feet.
Yeah.
That's what we'll call it.
Yeah.
Tyler's like, how am I getting cut out of this deal?
Can I get in on this? I'll show off my toesies.
Maybe so. Okay. Main topic, GTA 6.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all have heard. It's been delayed. Mm-hmm. May 26, 2026 is when it's set to release. This is what they said in an official statement. We are very sorry that this is later than you expected. The interest and excitement surrounding a new Grand Theft Auto has been truly humbling for our entire team. We want to thank you for your support and your patience as we work to finish the game. With every game we have released, the goal has always been to try and exceed your expectations, and Grand Theft Auto 6 is no exception. We hope you understand that we need this extra time to deliver at the level of quality you expect and deserve. We look forward to sharing more information with you soon. Sincerely, Rockstar Games. Tyler, when you saw this news, was there any level of surprise that this got released? And I don't mean the game, I mean the statement that the release has been delayed.
Not really, no. We've been waiting on a second trailer for months now for this game. There's rumors on how much the development has ballooned up to as far as cost goes. It's a multi-billion-dollar game. So that means...
And the consumer's going to have to pay, what, over $100 to get this game? Yeah.
So that means delays. Rockstar doesn't want them. Gamers do not want them because I believe Take-Two Interactive's stock price dipped about, 12 to 13% after this announcement. So they don't want this delay, but I'm also not surprised that this delay is happening because if you ship this game out broken or missing some of the features that were promised, then there's an uproar, and again, back to the development costs. Little mistakes, instead of costing tens of thousands, will now cost tens of millions.
They got hacked back in like 2022?
Something like that.
It was September 2022. They put out a statement about being hacked due to a network intrusion, which would push back the game. But, I don't know. It's been a saga trying to get our hands on Grand Theft Auto 6. It will eventually happen. It will be glorious. But I think there was probably going to be a big push for this holiday season. Mm-hmm. Bundles with Grand Theft Auto 6.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Huge push.
PlayStation, I believe, wants GTA 6 to be attached to the PS5 Pro. And then you've also got plans for the PS6, which sounds insane, but it's, let's see, the PS5 came out in 2019?
Yep.
So 7-year console cycle is the typical one, so we should see a new PlayStation like next holiday season as well.
Yeah, will this be a current gen game? I think it, for the most part, yes, but the next gen's going to have to be able to run it pretty smoothly and probably use it as a way to say, like, hey, you can run Grand Theft Auto 6 even better now with this next generation.
That's exactly what will happen, because that's what happened with GTA 5. They did, like, the next gen edition and the enhanced edition for the different releases of consoles, because when it initially came out, it was on PS3.
The most disappointing part of the new consoles this time around has been the fact that there's been so few games that have really been worth playing and diving into and like losing. Like this has been the worst generation of actual games I think in my lifetime of any console bunch.
I think so. There's only
the industry is suffering from the top down.
Oh yeah,
and they need a Rockstar producing a GTA 6 in order to be able to rally the troops and talk about how great 2025 is, and not going to get it this year.
Yeah, I think most of the games I play at this point, or the ones I champion on PS5, the Spider-Man games, those are available on PS4. Spider-Man 2 might not be. Ghost of Tsushima. I've been just singing the praises of this game, and I definitely will be buying the sequel. That was also on PS4. It was in that sort of weird tweener period. There's not really anything that's like PS5 specific or Xbox Series One X, whatever, specific that I can really champion.
Yeah, there's not a ton out there for sure, and GTA has been that thing that's made a lot of people want to buy consoles. I mean, college football was something that got a lot of consoles sold here in Alabama, E.G., last summer.
Of course, and in the state of Georgia.
Georgia likes college football too?
Sometimes.
I think Forza sold pretty well there.
Probably so.
Gran Turismo.
Yeah. But anyway, that's the big gaming news today, and it was on a Friday morning. It's a little bit of a Friday news dump, going into the weekend. I mean, that's an old news term of like when you want to get something out but not let it have a lot of attention because people go into the weekend and they immediately detach from their schedule. You dump bad news on Friday.
Yeah, it's a good way to kill a story, is dumping it late Friday afternoon.
Yes. This is basically a Friday news dump, the way it's been put out there. We'll all talk about it for a day, and then we'll go on with our lives, and by Monday, we're not really having much more conversation about it. Buys them more time. And I'm excited for the game. I'm rooting for the developers. I want it to be right. I want the community to be able to rally around an experience like this one because I'm a big fan of the series. I know there's a lot of you who are as well. So that's the latest from Rockstar Games as they talk about the development and release of GTA 6. Now, you have Nick in the chat saying, this is why I've kind of turned back to Nintendo. There has not been much out there. Real quick on Nintendo. Nintendo with the Switch 2.
Oof, they're catching some heat for that.
When we talked about the Switch 2 on announcement day, I didn't realize we talked about the price of the machine and like the pre-order for the machine. And I was like, it's pricey, but I mean, we never even got into the price of the games, which I found out later was like, oh my gosh, they're charging how much for a video game now? And it's sort of set a trend now where Xbox came out yesterday, right? And said, hey, by the way, all of our game prices are going up. Our console prices are going up. Our headsets are going up. Everything's going up. Microsoft, Xbox related. And I worry that, it's only going to get worse for modern gaming to try to keep up with the Joneses and try to get those latest titles. I understand $100 for a GTA 6 that you're going to get potentially 15 years of play out of. But I don't understand why just basic games now are going to the price in which they're going to. And I think it's going to price a lot of people out of gaming altogether.
I think it will as well. And I think we say, oh, this will hurt Nintendo. This will hurt Xbox. This will hurt Sony. I think it'll just increase sales for their premium subscription models because you get the free games every month. You get a choice of demos.
That's
and
true.
Stuff
You
like that.
get libraries of content. You're right. I mean, but
as far as AAA titles, no. Those are it's going to see the same problem that movies are seeing, where budgets are too big and returns are too small. Yeah. Because, like I said with GTA, the development's in billions of dollars, and the cost of AAA gaming isn't going down anytime soon. So they've got to pass those costs along to the customer.
How they're going to make the Switch pitch to Nintendo fans that are currently okay with their active Switch that they have right now, and they don't really see a need to upgrade. How they're going to finally get people to jump over and upgrade to the Switch 2 in droves, we shall see. Didn't pre-orders go up for the Switch 2, and it was an absolute, like, the internet melted down that day?
Yes, they did. And, I mean, I understand it. Not only are costs going up for the consoles and games, but with Nintendo, as replayable as a lot of their games are, I don't think you actually get the bang for your buck there, because Nintendo notoriously is a step, 2, 3 steps behind graphics-wise and just feature-wise and anything you can do related to the consoles. So you're paying more for a worse product compared to the competition.
For those type of games, yeah. It is the Nintendo library that continues to drive people in. You know that, I know that, and they really sort of, everything else is sort of an afterthought. Why would you saying,
like with GTA 6,
right.
I see where the costs are coming from.
Sure.
They're trying to build another generational game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see where the costs are coming from in designing a new Mario side scroller, right?
Yeah, I think that from what I've seen from the way that they've been promoting their games, they want them all to be more interactive digitally. I don't mean digitally. I mean more interactive with community gaming, with cameras constantly on you, live streaming games with your friends. You're sitting on the couch, I'm sitting on the couch. We've got a camera on both of us. We're in the same room basically together, and they're putting a lot of importance on that. And in order to support that ecosystem and build those online worlds and make things much more like you can connect with people in their living rooms, I feel like that's really the push that they're making for trying to enhance that next generation of Nintendo gaming for Nintendo fans. It's like the tech improvements more than the actual in-game play, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess. I
don't want that.
I think it's kind of wild that it's 2025 and Nintendo's just now deciding, it might be a good idea to really build out this online infrastructure.
I have no interest in zooming in and playing games and having to be on camera. And
no, at best I'll just do a mic. If I'm going to have a camera on me while I'm playing a game, I'm going to try and get content out of it.
It's already tough enough to get a party chat going and stuff in a game, much less when you start like going, oh man, I got to grab my robe now. Okay, let's do this. Let's open up our robe a little bit and flash some tid. How does that sound? We've got some tiddly bits to put on display. Tyler, it is your bits of tid that we all end up gawking at, and it is time now for Tyler's tidbits. Pretty soon we'll have maybe a little jingle.
Yeah.
Maybe.
By Giant the Peach.
If you're looking for tid, Tyler's got it. Come on and circle around.
Come and check out my bits.
Yeah.
That song was anyway, let's do this. Let's go ahead and get to it, Tyler, with your tiddly bits. What's first?
First up, you like Martin Short?
I do.
So he is going to be hosting a revival of Match Game for ABC. So this game show centered on around 4 contestants competing for $25,000 as they try to match the answers of 6 celebrities in a game of fill in the blank. First premiered in 1962, hosted by Gene Rayburn, and has been revived several times since then. The previous version of Match Game was hosted by Alec Baldwin, debuted in 2016, and was canceled in 2022.
Hey, they gave it a shot.
So did he. All right. Anyway.
Sometimes I wish our mics didn't work.
Yeah.
Somewhat related to that, the end of the Baldwin version of Match Game came in the wake of that shooting, but not because of it.
Got it.
That's according to ABC. The show's wrap was, it hadn't been in production since 2020, so they were just like, now's a good time to just axe it. But Martin Short is famous for being on Hulu's Only Murders in the Building.
Funny guy.
That also gets a secondary broadcast on ABC, so he's already in that ABC family. And Short was a host of a daytime talk show and has been guest host multiple times on Jimmy Kimmel. So we know he can do that sort of hosting gig.
I'm excited about this. If it's on when I'm visiting family and it happens to be on, I'll sit there and watch it for a couple minutes in the background. But actively searching out network television is tough for me to do now. And I don't know what has happened because I used to watch a lot more network TV.
There's also so many commercials now. Like, I feel like an excess amount.
That is correct. Mm-hmm. That's fair. It really is like, once you get in the habit, like, I can't tell you how much YouTube I just consume. Just really? A lot of YouTube. That's probably the thing that I consume the most.
Same here, even though, like, Yeah, on TNR they joke that I'll see a movie every night and see like 200 in a year or whatever. Like, I still consume more YouTube than anything else.
Yeah. YouTube is my go-to there because you're immediately picking something you're interested in, right?
Yeah.
You don't have some network executive guessing what it is that you may be wanting to watch. But they still pull in big numbers, and we'll see if this is a success. Could this reach the level of like a Steve Harvey Family Feud pairing, having Martin Short match game? No, there's no chance. I'll go ahead and answer that. And it's not a shot at Martin Short, and it's not a shot at the match game and its format. But just like that was lightning in a bottle when Steve Harvey took over that job and sort of changed the entire perception of that daily game show contest.
I feel like Family Feud used to be seen as like stuffy.
Stuffy. Ooh, yeah. No, you're right. The last couple of hosts before Steve Harvey, you're right. They had sort of more of a buttoned up approach.
Yeah.
There for sure.
With Steve Harvey, it just seems like you're going there to hang out and also play a game show.
Yeah. Can you see my eyes constantly?
I saw where your eyes were
Okay,
directed.
you're good.
You're good.
I was just watching it, like getting closer and closer and closer. It's like a shot in a movie, but there's this one little button that if Tyler kicks it with his foot, we go bye-bye.
We do.
So we're not going to do that.
There's a power strip that everything's connected to, and that is sitting like close to a hard surface that if power strip was pressed against, button would click.
And then we would just disappear.
That's it.
So anyway, we're good now. We've averted a crisis. We need a name for that. Maybe a code word that only we know. Like, I don't know.
Oh, what about cucumber? You from the movie last night?
Yeah. I was thinking we yell strip search because you need to search for the power strip.
I like it.
EG's not sold. All right, let's go to your next tiddly bit.
All right, next bit of tid. A TV show that received immediate critical acclaim upon release. Shogun, coming back for a season 2 at FX.
Shock.
Yeah, it will begin production in Vancouver next January, and we're getting Hiroyuki Sanada and Cosmo Jarvis back as Lord Yoshi Toranaga and John Blackthorne.
You watched, what, 65% of this series? 60% of this series?
All but, like, the last 2 episodes. Okay. They get to where the last episodes at the end of the season are, like, 2 hours long. They do the Stranger Things thing. Ooh. And, like, it's all in Japanese, so I'd have to be very actively watching, and I haven't found the time to do that. But I would love to finish Shogun.
For me, lately, it's been, if it's not HBO on a Sunday night, it's really tough for me to watch television. Like, that's my TV window. And I'm really looking forward to, like, the next House of the Dragon, next Game of Thrones spinoff, next whatever it may be. So I'm excited about that. All right. No surprise there. Shogun's won every award it's been up for and has absolutely dominated the TV landscape from just critical acclaim. I don't know what the viewing numbers are on Shogun and I've never heard anyone talk about Shogun outside of this room where we're supposed to talk about these things. So I don't know what their viewership numbers are, but it doesn't seem to be something a lot of people just have deep conversations about at the water cooler.
I agree. It's a great show, but I don't know. I feel like it falls into that sort of category where, like, the people who were really into that Viking show would be like into this, but that's also a small group of people that are, like, really passionate about historical dramas.
I'll tell you, with Hulu and everything, like, I'm really excited for Alien Earth. That's what I'm pumped about this summer. And you're coming off of Alien Romulus. I'm excited. I don't know exactly what the time setting is of when this takes place and everything.
I don't know. I don't really care.
I'm all about it. Let's go. All right. More bits of tid.
My next tid to show off. I was scooting around.
Strip search?
No. Oh. The camera shook. I'm sorry about that, everyone. I'm still adjusting to my new workstation.
Yes.
Sinners. We both love this movie.
We do.
Someone else loves this movie too. Tom Cruise.
Oh, EG loves Tom Cruise.
I do love Tom.
Tom Cruise is encouraging his fans to go see Sinners, and Michael B. Jordan was reacting to this a little bit. Cruise took a little bit of a break from promoting the Mission Impossible movie to post to Instagram. He posted a little picture of himself holding 2 tickets at the theater, and he wrote, "Congratulations, Ryan, Michael, and to the entire cast and crew. It's a must-see in a cinema, and make sure you stay through the end credits."
Yeah. I my second time watching Sinners, when people would get up to leave, I wanted to go like, hey, I host a pop culture podcast called The Meltdown, and I'm just here to tell you as an expert in film. Okay, you've already left? All right, no, I'm just kidding. But I want to be like, hey, sit back down. Some of the best stuff of the movie's coming up, and you need to sit your back down. Okay? Sit it back down right now.
You can just block the door.
But I'm worried they're going to be like, get your hands off of me. You know,
Yeah, naturally.
Next thing you know, it's like 7-foot monster arrested at local
Good trash
theater.
story.
Well, I mean, not if I'm in jail. That wouldn't be fun.
I think
trash
that
story.
makes it better content, honestly.
We get a new studio set up, and all of a sudden I'm not around to use it. Yeah, that would be very depressing. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. But yeah, it's definitely Tom Cruise is right. Stick around if you're there watching the credits. I had this question asked to me, and I answered it immediately, quickly. I was like, I know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask it to you, Tyler, especially. E.G., more than welcome to weigh in here, but it is very cinema related with the box office. And the question is, like this week, Thunderbolts is going to make more than Sinners. There's no debate. There's really no debate. Okay, let's just go ahead and throw it out there. Thunderbolts is going to make more than Sinners.
Projected for $80 million.
Yeah, and Sinners has not. It's made in the 40s both weeks, so it's not going to immediately jump up to 85 or something. That doesn't make any sense. The question was, the next week, which makes more, Sinners or Thunderbolts? And I was like, easy. That's an easy question. I don't even understand why that's a tough question. Is it easy?
IMAX re-release of Sinners, which I think will boost those numbers up, but
9 screens.
Oh yeah, that's right.
9 screens.
It's Thunderbolts.
Is Hunter in the chat? Because I'm about to start. This tilts me.
He is in the chat. Go ahead.
This tilts me. Okay, all these people. We won. We beat the studio. We got Sinners. You know, it's going to continue to run in IMAX because we petitioned online. Bull squeeze. Bull. 9 screens is what you people are celebrating. 9 theaters are running it in IMAX 70 millimeter. While that's great for those.
Oh, it's just 70 millimeter?
Yeah.
Oh, who cares then? There's barely any of those.
Yeah, like 9 of them from what I last counted. And it's like, what a win. What a win, broski. No, broski, it's not a big win. It's really not that big of a deal. So, in my opinion, Thunderbolts cleans house against Sinners in its 4th week. There's not even a question.
Yeah.
Not even a question.
Like, Sinners has great word of mouth, but as far as Marvel movies go, Thunderbolts has pretty good word of mouth.
Thunderbolts is a multi-quadrant movie that brings in families from all different backgrounds and types, and like Sinners is, while it's doing really well, and it's my favorite movie of the year, so I'm not being critical of Sinners in any way, but let's not pretend like Sinners is going to end up making more money than Thunderbolts domestically.
No.
It's not going to happen. Okay? So just everybody calm down. Watch it happen now. And I'm going to be like, dang it, I owe an apology to everybody. But I think Hunter probably is going to go see it 3 more times just to prove me wrong. Okay, let's do this. Let's move on to some more tidbits. Thank you, Tom Cruise, by the way.
So we got some clarification, some leaks regarding Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret War. 2 of the most highly anticipated movies, both in and out of the MCU right now.
Okay.
So, a lot of these leaks, it's very hard to confirm anything because it's online scoopers. What do they know? But this one came from a comic book writer, Chris Claremont, who is known for working on X-Men through the 70s and 80s. And, he really shaped characters like Wolverine, Storm, Rogue, Psylocke, and his storytelling has been seen in countless adaptations across TV and film.
Okay.
During a recent panel appearance, Claremont unexpectedly shared some intriguing details about the upcoming Avengers films. And he said Psylocke will be making her return to the MCU. And he also hinted that Wolverine will play a major role, including a moment where he kills someone important and shakes up the entire storyline.
Okay.
And there will also be a redemption arc for Scarlet Witch, who will return as a good version of her character following the Multiverse of Madness.
Well, Elizabeth Olsen has come out time and time again to say that she doesn't know if she's going to play the character again. She'd love to, but it's not really, those really aren't her type of movies. And she's been doing this weird press tour where she constantly talks about the character, but also is like, I'm not really here to talk about the character. And I don't know. I mean, the Marvel actors, I feel for them.
Yeah.
A lot of the times they know a bunch of stuff that they can't talk about, or maybe they legitimately don't know something and they're constantly pestered with, don't you? And it's like, I promise you I don't. It's like, you always know, y'all always know. So there's no win here. There's no win. So anyway, Will Scarlet Witch up here, it would not make sense for her to just disappear and not be, I mean, she's been a major player since post-Endgame.
Yep.
So,
but he also revealed that Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans are expected to return as multiple versions of Tony Stark and Captain America.
that sounds right.
So
Sounds right.
that is it for the MCU.
Okay.
Moving on.
We could say more, but I feel like people should have the opportunity to see Thunderbolts first, and we'll talk more.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So do you like Charlie XCX?
I don't.
You
have
didn't
any.
enjoy Brat's Summer last year?
I didn't know that took place.
I didn't. It wasn't on my calendar.
No.
Oh, all right. Well, she is going to be starring in a new movie directed by Takashi Miike.
Okay.
Now, he is a Japanese horror director, directs some absolutely bonkers movies like Audition and Ichi the Killer, and now the Brat Summer singer will be in one of his movies. She is producing an A24 movie called The Moment, which she will be starring in, but Miike is directing a separate movie with her, and let's see, I'm sorry, I lost my notes.
Okay.
You're good.
Happens.
I'm falling apart. In addition to this, she will be in a period fantasy called 100 Nights of Hero alongside Nicholas Galitzine.
That sounds right. He
Sure.
was the one that was in that movie with Anne Hathaway. He's been cast in the new He-Man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was in that movie with Anne Hathaway. It was like an Amazon rom-com that I can't remember. It's like Somebody Like You or something like that. I don't know what it's called.
Okay.
Something like that.
Well, Charlie XCX will also be in a horror remake of Faces of Death. I don't know if you ever saw that one.
I mean, that one is pretty legendary word of mouth on that movie. But
Oh, yeah.
they're going to remake it?
They're going to remake it.
The story on Faces of Death, real quick. Okay, this is pretty morbid stuff, but they used like real snuff film footage in there.
There's some. Yeah.
There's some, but
There's
they
some.
blended in with
Staged.
stage stuff. But that's what gives it its level of authenticity and like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm watching this.
Yeah, that there's like actual footage of people taking their own lives
Yeah.
and people being experimented on and surgerized.
Right.
And
It's kind of always lived in the even
Yeah.
people who haven't seen it know about it because
Yes.
it's just been talked about for so long.
and I want to put this out there. I've never watched it because I got no desire.
Sure.
I've only seen a clip,
Yeah. Well, there you go.
and that's all I wanted to see.
Yeah. All right. Well, that sounds like an interesting project.
And plot details are being kept under wraps with the Takashi Miike project, but he's known for some pretty wacky stuff, given Audition and Ichi the Killer. And he also directed One Missed Call, if you've ever seen that one.
One Missed Call. I'm thinking of When a Stranger Calls, but I don't remember one. Oh, I do remember One Missed Call.
It was a real creepy looking poster.
Yeah. It was like a mid 2000s.
2003.
Mid 2000s, like, it felt like it was coming off of The Ring and all those
Yes.
different type of movies
Yes.
trying to like make you scared of what technology can do to you with creepiness.
They were like, oh, wait, Japanese horror
Yeah.
actually sells? Let's go.
Remember?
Final tid to show off here.
All right, let's get it.
Ben Affleck.
Mm-hmm.
Some say the worst Batman ever. Some people say one of the best actors working today. Some people say he's a great director.
He is.
I agree with the director part. He thinks that the best work of his career, the commentary track on Armageddon.
I remember this.
So he was visiting the Criterion Closet And he said that his commentary track for the 1998 Michael Bay film is iconic in and of itself. He cited a bunch of plot holes during the DVD commentary, and he even mentioned that Michael Bay didn't care that the plot was just absolute nonsense for this movie, because Ben Affleck, I believe he asked something along the lines of, "Wouldn't it be easier to teach to teach astronauts how to drill or something like that than teaching the oil drillers how to be astronauts?" And
it's a legendary audio commentary.
Yes,
Truly legendary. And if we were to do a movie together and then do audio commentary for it, I have a feeling you'd go full Ben Affleck during it. You'd be like, here's my problem with this script right now. Doesn't it make much more sense to like delete the marker after? Anyway, what I'm getting to is this. It is going to outlive him probably.
yes, it is. He asked the question, and Michael Bay told him, quote, "Shut the F up for even questioning the logic of this film. How dare you question the legendary Michael Bay?" And Affleck has revealed during the Criterion Closet visit that he is sometimes recognized by fans more for the commentary track than some of his actual acting work, which I think is bizarre. Because that person just thinks that that Ben Affleck is just a guy who got in an argument with Michael Bay one time and isn't like an actor and writer and director.
There are people who have never seen Armageddon that have seen clips of that commentary track that know the commentary track by heart, not ever having seen the actual movie. So good stuff there.
Well,
and
let me just wrap this up. He was saying, "I was surprised when I heard Criterion was doing Armageddon. I didn't think of it as that kind of movie when we did it. And in retrospect now, I feel like maybe my best work in my career is the commentary on this disc. People approach me to talk about the commentary on this disc as much as they do the movies I've been in. And it's because I didn't know any better than that, to be really honest. But I won't spoil it for any of you who are interested. It is an achievement that I am proud of and didn't intend to be as good as I now think it is at the time." He added, "Criterion, when is the 4K coming out?"
yeah, supposedly they already had the rights to Armageddon, so they just went ahead and made the Criterion, but it definitely sticks out like a sore thumb when you're looking through the entire Criterion collection of titles that have made it into their library. But, yep, that question of when is the 4K coming out won't be anytime soon, I don't think. But I hope they do include the commentary track. All right. All the TIDs have been displayed. Let's cover those bad boys back up. And let's get into a little Meltdown countdown as we have EG here to talk about this month that we now found ourselves in. We talk about the passage of time.
It's going fast, Tim.
It's already May. It was
Crazy.
didn't we just have New Year's?
It does. It does feel like we were just entering 2025, and now we're almost halfway through.
I feel like May is one of your favorite months of the year. Am I right about that or wrong about that?
I would say it falls in a mix of some I really prefer.
Top 12?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Top 10.
That's what I just heard. Top 10?
Yeah.
Oh, we're working our way up.
Top 5.
All right, we're going to get into 5 things that you love about the month of May because we all need to pick me up.
We do.
Where are we going here with number 5 when it comes to May things that you put your stamp of approval on?
So I love flowers. I would love nothing more than to have fresh flowers in my home at all times. And I pretty much do for the most part. May brings good blooms of flowers to your local grocery stores. Keep that in mind.
I like it.
My favorite flower are peonies or peonies, depending on where you're from in the country, how you pronounce it. And May, early June is when they start blooming. So I always look forward to the fresh florals that May brings.
It's tough when you're walking through something like Trader Joe's not to like be entranced by the flower section.
I think you should let it happen.
It's like, oh man, those things look fresh.
They have good flowers, Trader Joe's.
They're right there.
Yeah.
And that's what I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to
Yeah.
grab the flowers.
Yeah, that's always a great gift too. Like get someone like a little bundle.
Mother's Day's right around the corner.
Yes. But yeah, I love the flowers of May, and everything just feels like very fresh.
I like it.
Have you been to the botanical gardens here?
Yes.
Okay.
Remember, because everything was dead. when I
Oh.
went.
Yeah, remember she took a shot at our botanical
No,
gardens?
I did not.
I don't remember that, but
And then she said Atlanta has botanical gardens, and they're amazing.
I did not say any of that. I just said, was
We got it
everything
on tape.
in bloom for you? Because I went and they were dead. Anyways, number 4.
Number 4, don't care. Number
I
3,
went
May
like
sucks.
I went like a week ago. Everything was good.
Good. I went in the winter, so.
Well, We'll get you back. It's May now.
Yeah. So I need to go check it out. Okay. Memorial Day weekend. Always a great weekend to be thankful for those that have gone before us to be in this great country. And then it's usually like kind of like the first, beach moment that you might have this time of year.
So I'm thinking about planning a little beach trip for sure this month. So you're right about that. Second thing is it's a huge box office weekend too.
Oh, awesome.
So like it's amazing. Like the weather starts to get as good as it can get because it's like not too hot to where you're like miserable, but it's like, are you telling me to
Yeah, that might be one of my countdowns.
Okay, I'm not getting it. I'm just telling you why.
Okay.
Whew.
The double feature Stitchin' Impossible is on the countdown?
And the double feature of the Dark Knight, whatever they're doing
that's
there.
Amazing.
Dark Knight double feature. But no, I'm not really talking about the weather. I'm talking about like it's kind of ironic that the weather gets good and we all flock to the indoors of like going to the theater, but it's all good.
Okay, number 3, weather has evened out.
Oh, okay. Thank God we can talk about it now.
Right? No, May weather is so good. You're over the cold mornings, hot afternoon. What?
I said Floyd?
Yeah. Floyd Mayweather. It's good. And anyways, I just like the weather. It's a good time. The sun is out. My car gets warm when I get into it, as you guys know I love, and that makes me happy.
Ever since we got a new studio, she's wanted to punch us out like Floyd Mayweather because we're way too giddy today.
No.
We are.
So yeah.
You ready?
Number 2.
And a 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we?
We're gonna get copyrights, right?
Yep.
Okay. Number 2, my dad's birthday, May 6th. Wouldn't be here without him.
Happy birthday,
Mark.
EG's dad, Mark.
Yeah, so it's actually coming up close. That's always a good one. He likes key lime pie, so we do key lime pie every May 6th.
Rock out with your socks out.
Yeah, amen. And number 1, May marks the official beginning of summer. I don't think it'll ever change no matter how old we get, that like the month of May has anticipation because that's when school used to get out.
That is correct.
And now it's just like so awesome. Yep. And I love summer. And May, we're ushering in the summer season in so many different ways. And this is really the start of it, people. So get excited.
Yep. I am somewhat excited about summer, right?
Yeah.
You squinted at me, which is terrifying. It's just, when you're a kid, school letting out is awesome. Yeah. When you're a parent, it's like, okay, got to come up with some plans here.
Activities.
Got to do that. And my daughter's about to celebrate her 8th birthday here in the month of May. So that's obviously my favorite thing about the month of May. And I'm excited about that.
Nice.
And she wants to have a Roblox party. And I'm like,
what is Roblox?
Roblox is a video game ecosystem, basically, where
cool.
It's games within games. And I am just like, how about a video game birthday party? And so we're leaning her more towards that. But birthday party planning is what has entered my mind. Thank you, EG, for that lovely May list. We hope you look forward to May, and we hope that you'll be here with us on the Meltdown all May long. Now, with all of that out on display, we have to get into our final segment here on the show today, and it is finishing our mystery box from Jason Collier. The mystery box was so good that we didn't want to rush through it yesterday.
We couldn't.
We haven't taken a peek. We don't know what else is in this thing, but it does have some more titles that we need to put on display, and we're going to do that right now. But I will say Jason Collier has messaged me.
Okay.
He said yesterday was a lot of fun. It's inspired him. We are going to have a summer box from him.
Shut up.
Coming up this summer that he's curating and putting together. So he's got the bug, and Jason is really he's been awesome. So we're gonna go back to this box.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick chat check-in.
Please do.
While we're waiting on you to open the box. There's a lot of talk about EG's hat today.
Oh. Yeah,
Jeff wants to know if it's a tribute to the businessman Tyler Johns. And Nick also thought it was a Tyler hat.
No. The big man upstairs. Thank you, Jesus.
Yep, that was Hunter's interpretation.
Yeah, good job, Hunter.
Okay.
That's
awesome.
There was a lot of talk about that in the hat.
No, it's just y'all literally looked at me at the same time, and I had nothing planned, so I didn't know what to say. I didn't know. Okay, let's go to the box. As good as it gets. I don't know. I just
51st days.
Exactly. Anything else with the chat?
My computer just scrolled. Hunter says I like the events you can do in the summer, but the heat is cheeks unless you are at the lake or the beach. Jeff is guessing 7 to finish off the box. That would be a great pull.
Agreed.
And Jeff, responding to that being a Thank You Jesus hat and not a Tyler hat, says, I'll pray about it.
Yeah, amen.
I hate how much people know our catchphrases
I know,
because
it's like so fun though.
we say them all up here all the time, and then they leak out on air, and then they say them back to us. I'm like, how do you know that? And they're like, well, we watched the show, and I'm like, oh, we say that on the show?
We do.
Oh
People
man,
know us, Tim.
I know. I think, are we too transparent?
Yeah, sometimes I wonder if we get too personal. And because,
Yeah.
like, someone in my family will text me, like, oh, I heard about this on the show.
You're like,
it's like,
what?
It's like, wait, I never talked to you about, how do you know that? Oh, wait, I said that in a microphone to the world.
Yeah.
I'll
And
go,
now-
wow.
Meltdown worldwide.
And now with crystal clear audio, you can just,
We've probably been saved a few times our old audio.
I think so, probably.
Oh,
so.
we
So
probably
we
have.
probably need to keep that in
Yeah.
mind.
These upgrades are going to be the thing that does us in. Okay, here we go. We are going back to the box. I got something big here. I don't know what it is. It is one of Tyler's least favorite movies of all time,
No.
Titanic.
I mean, like, if you're making a VHS box, you got to include this one.
Titanic.
Oh, man, I remember buying this and how, like, this came with the 2 VHS, right? Where you have to, there's before the iceberg, there's after the iceberg.
Oh, wow. That's traumatic.
And you have to, swap out the VHS.
Oh, look at this, the angst of Jack and Rose.
It was a moment.
Wow.
Wow. Jason, I want you to paint me like one of your French girls.
Yeah.
Okay. The deafening silence there at the end of that. Titanic, everybody. Here we go.
I have no love for this movie.
You don't.
None. Only hate.
Next up is the DVD version of A Christmas Story, and this is a much better
Oh.
copy than what we've pulled in the past.
We don't have that up there, no.
Good stuff there.
Do we have any? Oh, we have Home Alone 2.
Up on the
Yeah,
board,
on
you're
the
talking
big
about
board.
Christmas movies?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
It felt like a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
It is not. Johnny Depp stars in The Libertine.
I don't know that one.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Libertine.
I will say, it is a mystery box classic. We have a little dangly hair up here at the top.
Oh.
We're starting to get into...
Jason. Yeah.
Anyway, passionate, decadent, scandalous.
They probably heard me when I said that now.
Oscar nominee Johnny Depp delivers a tour de force performance. There we go.
Is it a French film kind of vibe?
I don't know. All right, next. We have this one, Vertical Limit.
What? Chris O'Donnell
Yep.
and Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton in Titanic as well. I watched that movie. I want to say it was like New Year's Eve. I watched that and Sixth Sense, I feel like, back to back.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What a way to kick off the new year.
Didn't really like either one of them, to be honest. I don't know what this is, but it is Doctor of Doom.
$9.99 previewed.
No idea.
That looks like it belongs in a collection with Faces of Death. Doctor of Doom.
I'm gonna have to read this because this is intoxicating, but it's covered up by the sticker. It's something like life is so short that there are individuals that try and find ways to extend it, but what makes a perfect candidate to receive this gift? Is it really a gift or a curse? Could the one who tries be the real doctor of death? The real question is, who really wants to live forever? Very ominous. Doctor of Doom. Don't know the story on that one. Next. Oh, this movie sucks.
Oh.
Independence Day Resurgence.
Oh, I never saw that one.
Oh, this movie sucks. I went with someone who got crippling diarrhea during this movie.
No.
I'm talking about I thought I was going to have to call
Oh, no, I've heard this story.
I thought I was going to have to call an ambulance because they could not hold it in. They were the driver too, and I thought I was going to die because they're screaming, "Oh dear, it's happening."
Man, this person might be mad that you're telling this story on air, but I don't think they do anything.
Nah, I wanted to call this movie Independence Day Regurgence, but I'm telling you, I mean, it was bad. I was worried that person was not going to be with us much longer, and
Was it food poisoning?
I guess. I don't know. I've never seen somebody go downhill that quick. And I'm talking about while driving and also like just physiologically. The worst thing was the light would not go from red to green. And they're screaming. They're praying to every god that they pray to, and they are praying that it just stops. It just ends. And I'm in the passenger seat. I got a seatbelt on, and I don't know what to do.
I mean, wow.
They were in agony. And they did one of those things where they had to like walk without moving their legs to get there.
Waddle.
You know, like it was a closed door meeting, if you know what I mean. And like they were doing that sort of like, don't look at me, you know, like as they were walking there. But I mean, they were screaming. I've never heard somebody scream and having to go to the bathroom, like really.
Where were they able to alleviate themselves?
Well, this was back in my one of my early movie review ventures, and this was the first movie we had picked to go really review.
So it was at the movie theater they had to alleviate themselves?
No. They decided they were not going to go there and do it. It hit them on the way back, I think, really hard. They were sweating and they were discolored, but like on the way back, it was like, oh gosh, it's happening and I can't control it. So I didn't know what was, I was like, do you need me to drive or like, oh, we can't swap out. I was like, okay, I understand.
Hunter says definitely pre-stomach flu, by the way.
Oh,
You think that's what it was?
It was rough. I mean, I felt bad. I felt real bad. I don't know what it was. Anyway, Scream 2. This is a movie that also features a major scene about going to the bathroom. The opening 15 minutes, there's a bathroom sequence where grown men were terrified to go to the bathroom after seeing Scream 2. It was also parodied in Scary Movie, and that sequence may be more iconic than even the one that's in here. But I really like Scream 2, and I'm happy to have this, including the insert inside. I believe really, truly, there have only been like really two great Scream movies, and it's Scream and Scream 2. I think Scream 2 is a great Scream movie. Now, they shouldn't have killed off Randy in Scream 2, but live and learn.
Happens.
Next. National Lampoon's Vacation with Chevy Chase.
Hey.
Yeah.
Wait, is Monica? Oh, yeah, Courtney Cox is in this.
Yep.
It's a fun movie.
Monica.
Scream 2, I feel like, really set off a bunch of Scream imitators, even just as much as Scream 1. Like, Scream 1 definitely set off a bunch of, like, teenage horror movie imitators, but Scream 2, like, doubled down on it.
I mean, I feel like I Know What You Did Last Summer is almost a Scream ripoff.
100%. Yes.
It just doesn't get all meta and funny like Scream 1 does.
Jason continues to deliver. Beverly Hills Cop, this is the first time we've gotten this one. That was pretty good. I heard every bit of it, too. Yeah. Axel Foley making his debut, Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy at one point was the biggest star in the world.
Eddie Murphy.
At one point, biggest star in the world. Now, if he was to release a movie, it's going straight to streaming. People are talking about it for a weekend, and that's it. I don't know what happened with Eddie Murphy.
That's what happened with the last Beverly Hills Cop movie. It went straight to Netflix.
I don't know
Axel
what.
F.
Eddie Murphy, I don't know what happened there, but he lost his ability to draw major audiences at some point. I think it was the movie Norbit that really ruined him.
Oh, that movie is terrible.
That's the type of movie you do not want the stomach flu in.
Oh.
Move on.
Or you would, so you don't have to watch it.
I was probably supposed to pull this one first. It is Scream.
Oh, let's go.
On DVD.
I'm surprised it's not up there.
The Washington Post, I feel like they could have pulled a better quote. The Washington Post says, a clever thriller.
Yeah.
What a boring line to have. How about
a revolutionary thriller?
A future all-time classic.
Yeah.
Like maybe on the Mount Rushmore of slasher movies. Like that kind of stuff.
Not future all-time classic. How about an instant classic?
I like it. A clever thriller. That's the best line they could pull for the DVD after the movie had been out for years. Are you kidding me? This movie is so much better than a clever thriller. Los Angeles Times, sensational, terrific entertainment. I'm not buying these quotes. I don't like the quotes. Makes me mad at the DVD.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little woozy here.
Oh, could have done better there. 2 days of mystery box. This is great.
Yeah,
this is the way to do it.
And it's good mystery box, too.
We have a slipcover.
Oh, I used to
slay.
have a copy of this.
Bad Boys
Yeah.
2.
Bad Boys, Bad Boys.
Alternate cover art on both, which I like. I like when they take the extra effort. You talked about Jerry Bruckheimer. He's very happy we're pulling Bad Boys 2 with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. One of the surprise hits of last year, Bad Boys.
Yeah, oh, it was
4.
so much fun. So much fun. It was I knew what I was getting into. I knew it was going to be wacky action sequences and old man Will Smith and old man Martin Lawrence riffing off of each other. And you get that, but you also get some surprisingly good camera work.
Really great camera work, action sequences,
Yeah.
chemistry. I love Martin Lawrence in the gas station wanting that hot dog. Because that's
Are those dogs fresh? Been there for 2 days.
I worry that me and Tyler on a road trip, like I'm going to be getting the gas station hot dog or something, and he's going to be like, what is the holdup here? Why are we not
Yeah.
all the way to Santa Fe? Total Recall, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Good movie.
We got Predator on VHS yesterday.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about this one. Total Recall. They are remaking The Running Man. I say remaking. It's kind of like a re-envisioning. I don't know. It's not really a remake. But anyway.
With Stephen King novels, I feel like you can say it's a remake or a reimagining whenever, because his adaptations just have a wide range of how close to the book they are.
Yep, that is correct. When it comes to most disappointing sequels of all time, this may be up there for me, and it is Scream 3.
Oh.
Got all 3 Scream movies. I don't like this movie. They have all the principal players back. Wes Craven is back. They got everything. And they wasted on what is a horrible setting, horrible script. Really not an interesting killer reveal. This movie is cheeks. I'm just going to say it. Scream 3
I remember
is disappointing to me.
the red herring sort of suspect in that movie not being great either. Just totally forgettable.
Yeah, I don't like that movie. Got way too meta, and Jay and Silent Bob are in there weirdly. I don't know. It's like this weird thing.
As much as I like that, I wouldn't want that in Scream.
This is a really great presentation of the Ultimate Edition of Dirty Dancing.
Oh, cool.
It is got
That's
a
pretty.
great.
Oh,
It's got a great slipcover
cool.
there. But yeah, that's awesome.
Huh.
If you love 80s movies, this is one of those that pops. Dirty Dancing with Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey. Great alternate art. Good stuff there. Quality copy. Next, this is a big VHS. This is something crazy. Something crazy here. It's got like
What
a
is it?
laminate on it.
That was definitely a VHS.
What is it?
Roger Corman presents The Fantastic Four, an unreleased movie.
What?
This is about as close to what you projected would be in here.
I did say we were going to get a custom VHS. But now, in fairness, what I meant by that would be like, I don't know, something like Terrifier or The Substance. Those have been doing well in the artsy custom VHS markets. But I think that one definitely gets added to it.
Victor Von Doom on the back, and
Oh, I kind of like that.
doesn't look bad at
It
all.
doesn't look bad at all.
To be honest, the thing looks pretty decent for what it is that this movie is. It's got paragraphs of information on the back. I'm not reading any of that.
Holy
Oh my
cow, that
gosh.
text is small too.
It's also like bad font.
Yeah.
What's going on there? All right. Another VHS. This one is beat up.
Oh, is that Batman Beyond?
Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker.
I used to have that VHS.
Really?
Yes, I love that movie.
Well, this is going to bring you some nostalgia. There's a
Mar-
receipt in here. There's a receipt.
Mark Hamill as the Joker in that movie terrified me. Oh my gosh, what a fantastic poll.
Guess where this came from?
Where?
City of Pelham Library.
Huh?
It's a receipt for $1.
That's a good price for that movie.
What's the date of purchase?
Date of purchase. Great question. January 19th, 2013.
Wow.
Jason Collier. His name's on here. That right there makes it extra special. You want to see this thing, Tyler?
Yeah. Pass this over my way. Well, no, do not.
Got the stack.
We had one day.
Oh yeah. This is perfect. You got Bugs Bunny in his tuxedo next to the Warner Brothers shield on the spine there. Y'all know I love to see it. And this movie gets in depth to what happened to all of the Robins and why is Terry now the only person that can help Batman.
I never got into Batman Beyond.
Yeah, I'm not saying you got to get into the series, but this movie is fantastic.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm just telling you that, like, every time Batman Beyond would come on the TV, I would be like, this ain't for me. I like Batman the Animated Series, and I want to go back to that. So,
and this is animated by the same people, too.
I know.
It's made by the same team.
It's just, never my thing. Everybody keeps wanting a Batman Beyond live action movie. Whew, we're close there. We're teetering.
We need to get a full Batman franchise first.
We do. Steven Seagal, double feature, Above the Law and Hard to Kill. Steven Seagal fan, Tyler?
Nah.
Okay, me neither. We'll move on, but still, interesting poll. I think my favorite Mission Impossible movie, Mission Impossible 3.
Interesting.
Mission Impossible 3. Philip Seymour Hoffman is fantastic in this movie. Jeffrey Lyons calls it the best Mission Impossible yet. He was correct. I was with Saber yesterday, and Saber said, I think Mission Impossible 3 may be better than Mission Impossible 1. I'm like, that's because it is.
I concur.
It is. Okay. Next.
Oh, we can, yes.
Oh, The Grinch, 2018.
Up on the board. Almost said up on the box. There it is. And I specifically wanted the 2018 version. My daughter loves this movie. Loves this movie. And you know what? My daughter has a birthday coming up. And I'm just saying, this one may find its way in there. It's sealed.
It's sealed.
Completely sealed. Let's just hold this one back here.
Oh, smart.
Just extra, take care of that one extra. So, good stuff. Next.
We got. A Blu-ray.
No.
It's not?
No.
Oh, it's a blue case.
It is a sealed copy of Madden 20.
Oh.
Yeah, PS4.
All right.
Who knows what's going to be in these things?
I mean,
guess.
that technically is a Blu-ray.
Fair. Next time you have to say Blu-ray game, though.
Fair enough.
Keep that one back there. Keep it out of our movie bunch. Okay, next. All right. Somebody's been using this as a coaster. Lee Marvin, Clint Eastwood, and Gene Seberg in Paint Your Wagon.
Paint Your Wagon.
I bet you Brown knows that movie.
Ush.
Or Ush definitely knows it, but...
What do you think they've been using this for?
I don't know.
Coffee?
Yeah. Coffee.
Next.
What we got?
This is a journalism movie. I remember this very clearly. You brought him up in your bits of Tid. Ben Affleck, Russell Crowe starring State of Play, political conspiracy thriller, and I think pretty good. Rachel McAdams is in this, Helen Mirren, and I don't know who that is. I can't figure out who's in the gray suit there, but I've seen this one. It's good.
State of Play is now what Sony calls their PlayStation Showcase.
Really?
Yeah, the State of Play.
That's very timely. Let's head it back up to the board.
Shut up.
I think we got Unfaithful, which is up on the board.
We do have Unfaithful up there for sure. Ooh.
Anybody see it? Oh, there it is. I see it right now. I'm going to let you guys take your time to try to spot it. Who spots it first?
I spy my little eye.
Who gets it first?
A movie that is not unfaithful. Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Where's it at?
Above Home Alone 2.
Yeah, that is correct. It's kind of hidden in there.
Tucked away, like, real just hard to see.
You know, it would have been real easy to find had we erased all the other ones.
I mean, why didn't somebody suggest that? I mean, this just looks messy.
Unfaithful. And I think that may be how we end the box. Nope, that's not how we're ending the box. We got one more, and we end with an absolute home run.
Back on the board?
I'm going back to the
Going
board.
back to the board. Wow.
Going back to the board.
What we get?
We got the 4 film favorites Batman collection, which includes. I don't know. Even when you're not there, dropping things. Batman Returns.
Maybe your theory of the gravity being off in this room holds some water because you're on the other end of the room.
Rank these 4 movies from best to worst. Tyler.
I mean, it's in release order.
Most people would say the same thing.
No.
Just Batman Returns. The other one is Batman 1966 and Batman the Animated Series, some sort of like collection of those. Yep, looks good. Now, I recently bought Batman Returns on 4K.
Oh.
So I have a copy of Batman Returns on 4K now, but I have not opened it up and watched it yet because I was waiting for Christmas. But I just heard recently that there's a local theater in town, I think it's Sidewalk, that is doing a screening around Christmas of Batman Returns, and I'm very interested in that. Like, that movie hits different around the holidays.
Ooh, yeah.
It's a Christmas movie. If Die Hard's a Christmas movie, Batman Returns is a Christmas movie.
I'm fine with that.
There we go.
Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
I think Batman Forever, I like it more than Batman Returns, personally. Now, is it a better movie? No. But it is personally more important to me because it was like the first Batman movie I ever saw in the theater, Batman Forever.
Yeah.
And it's like way different tones, you know. Batman Returns, super sinister and dark. I think still the darkest Batman movie ever made.
It's very dark. Like, I remember watching it as a kid with my parents, and my parents being like, "Ooh, I don't know about this one."
Yep. Penguin running from air and biting that guy's nose off.
Oh yeah. Or when Penguin is just going nuts in the car, he just starts screaming. He goes nutty.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and I think, do we have a round of applause here, and I'm going to give it to Jason Collier. Excellent job. The applause was just a roaring ovation there. Great job on the box, and we greatly appreciate your donation here to Meltdonia. A lot of this is going to be used to upgrade the visuals of our studio.
Agreed.
And I'm really looking forward to that. Tyler, anything you want to say to Jason?
Thank you so much, Jason. It means a lot that you took the time to not only just curate a box for us, but you didn't just throw the rejects of your Second and Charles boxes in there. You put in stuff that you thought we would love, stuff that we could talk about, stuff that we could display. This is an A++ box.
I agree.
It's untouchable. This is the best box we'll see on the channel.
It is
unless Jason outdoes himself, but this is a pretty high bar to start off with.
It's a giant benchmark for sure. And EG, I know you love going to the board. You got to do that so many times.
That was awesome. Like, it's really filling up. It's really cool to see.
Absolutely. MyBookie.ag, also cool to see. Make sure you use promo code NEXTROUND for that first-time deposit bonus there at MyBookie.ag. It has been a heck of a week here with the Meltdown crew. Once again, we had that point on Wednesday where we were upgrading tech. Weren't able to get on with you. Tech is now upgraded. Now it's time to sort of do a little bit more set design for you to enjoy on a daily basis right here as we're with you Monday through Friday, 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Eastern. We appreciate all of you loyal Meltdonians, and we'll see you again very soon right here from the Culver studio.